Do you hear it? A crackling rumble, low and shaking the earth. Was that thunder or something worse? Look to your right, a mountain is squared off into a valley, and to your left a great shadow rises from the sea. Behind you, another rumble, the sound of a god descending. Mighty is he, and mightier his hammer, Thor. But how strong is he? We'll start with the encounter with the giant Skirmr. While traveling with Loki and two children, long story, Thor and the group come upon a massive giant who is sleeping and snoring quite loudly. Wanting to quiet the sleeping giant, Thor draws Mjolnir and swats it 3 times with all of his might, to which the giant awakens, asking if a leaf had fallen on his brow. These were the spots where Thor had struck him. This infuriates Thor, who really goes on to have a rotten day. But at the end of such a day, the trickster Skirmr reveals himself to be Utgard Loki, showing the 3 valleys outside of his home, which were the 3 spots where mountains were squared off by Thor's strikes. This easily gives Thor mountain levels of attack potency. Of course, that is among the minimum of Thor's power, as we have to mention Jormungandr. The Midgard serpent is so long and massive that his frame coils around all of the land of Midgard, which is the earth as we know it. Not only has Thor been able to lift the beast from the oceans with a mere fishing rod in a single yank, and then hammer it back with Mjolnir into the depths from which it came, shaking the earth, but during Ragnarok in their fated battle he smites the monster, only to die some 9 spots later. This feat of lifting it alone requires multi-continental levels of strength. So does smiting it too, potentially scaling all the way up to planetary, depending on if the serpent wraps around the earth multiple times or not, but firmly putting him in that high multi-continental ranges of power. Alright, listen, this next feat is ridiculous, even by modern storytelling standards, similar to Heracles holding the infinite heavens of the celestial sphere. During the same encounter with Skirmr, now revealed to be the trickster Utgard Loki, Thor is to do battle with an old woman. This old woman proves a match for Thor, driving him to a knee after some moments of struggle. This old woman, however, is revealed to be the physical manifestation of old age. Thor fights against the concept of aging, and while he loses, he resists her strength for a little while. Yes, I'm aware Thor has a fated death, and that as an eater of the apples of Adun, he doesn't age. But that does not change the fact he fought the advancing of time and managed to hold it off. Now, consistently, this is a universal feat. He is doing battle with a universal concept, time moving forward. Now we can move on to Thor's durability. Obviously, Thor can withstand attacks from giants like Hrungnir, who could match a throw of Mjolnir with moderate success, even going so far as to knock Thor unconscious with his resulting throw after the match. Of course, Hrungnir died and Thor eventually woke up, but Thor can obviously maintain durability equal to his strength. This is further backed in his encounters with the Midgard serpent Jormungandr, whose size alone, as we stated, is multi-continental, and Thor obviously boxed with him, and though he died, that's more of him falling to the poison than in combat with Jormungandr. And the fact that he died after 9 steps further proves that Thor has some form of poison resistance, as Jormungandr's poison blighted the land when it was breathed on it, destroying everything. Now, in terms of speed, there are several tiers Thor could reach. In his encounter with Hrungnir, he arrives in the clapping of thunder and flashing of lightning, which gives him definite lightning speeds up to high relativistic, as lightning, the downstroke, moves at 70% the speed of light. Then there is the claim that when an Aesir mentions his name, he appears, giving either faster than light speed to seemingly arrive anywhere instantly, or some form of teleportation. Either way, Thor is fast. I put Thor, personally, in that multi-continental to planetary ranges of power. He is able to match Jormungandr, his own strength, and battling time. Now, if you really want to take that battling time feat to its absolute maximum, Thor is universal to potentially beyond it, though I don't know to what quantifiable extent. And he is faster than light, being able to arrive in the stroke of lightning, and surely has durability that matches. So be aware, ye mortals. The earth trembles. Whenever mighty shadow looming is knocked aside by a sky-splitting hammer, that Thor the Hammerer stands to defend the realm of Midgard.